Maseches Brachos Daf Lamed Beis. In this parak, the Gemara discusses at length the kavanah of tefillah. So in this sugya, there's a tremendous chiddush from Reb Chaim and Sefer that Reb Chaim asked that the Rambam in Parak Dalid, the Hilchos Tefillah says the halacha you have to mechaven b'tefillah, you have to mechaven ba'omer d'fnei hamelech, and you should mifane liboy from kol machshava. It's not mechalik which bracha. He says all the brachas you have to mechaven. If you're not mechaven, it's ma'akid. And the Rambam in Parak Yud Hilchos Tefillah says you have to mechaven. If you mechaven ba'avis in the first bracha, it's enough. So it's a stira in Rambam. So the Rambam Perek Dalet says the whole entire tefillah. So Reb Chaim says he Yesod Gadol that there's two separate halachas in Hilchas Kavana and tefillah. One is what the Rambam is discussing in Perek Dalet. You have to have Kavana oimid lefnei hamelech. You have to have in mind that you're being oimid lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'tefillah. And if you don't have Kavana, it's misasik ba'alma. And he explains further, besides for misasik, mitzad the halacha of mitzvahs tzrichas kavana, you have to have kavana in the entire davening. And the Rambam in Perek Yud is discussing a different halacha totally. The halacha of kavana and pirish hamilis. That means you have to have in mind what you're saying. Rambam in Perek Dalet is discussing you have to have in mind what you're doing. You're doing a mitzvah to be oimid b'tefillah fnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Over here he's discussing to have in mind the words you're saying. And having in mind the words you're saying, that's ma'akiv only in Ovis. The Chazon Ish and Gilyonis asked a couple of kashas on Reb Chaim. He asked that l'choira everyone has some type of chazor and kavana in Shemona Esrei. The Gemara says that ein adam nitzel b'm b'chol yoim. So according to Reb Chaim, it shouldn't be a tefillah. Any part of davening you don't have in mind omer lefnei hamelech is not a tefillah. And so he says al korchoch, the fact that you had in mind in the beginning, that's enough for the entire Shemona Esrei. And it says even if someone doesn't have in mind, there is somewhat of a deya klusha, deya kala that makes it that it's not misasik when he's coming to daven, and that the Rambam brings various nischoyis. The Chazon Ish explains it's from Chazal that will maflig in the details of tefillah, but not everything's ma'akiv but ayin sham. The Gemara base brings the halacha that kol koyin shehoreg es hanefesh lo yisas kapov cannot duchin, because the Gemara says shenemi yedeichim domim moloi. The Gemara learns out from a pasuk that you can't duchin. Taisus in Yevamis brings two terutzim. Is this halacha specifically by Nesias Kapayim, or does it pertain also to the avodah of the Beis Hamikdash, that someone that killed somebody, he can't do avodah in the Beis Hamikdash? Rav Steinman, the Yolos Hashacha over there, asked a few kashas on Taisus. He says, what should make a difference in Nesias Kapayim and an avodah? Why is there a bigger chesaron by Nesias Kapayim than avodah? He also, if the point is because ein katega nasis sanega, the katega that killed somebody can't be a sanega, so what happens if someone killed not with his hands, he killed with his feet or a different part of his body? And he's also asked why specifically the aveira of killing somebody. How about other aveiras? The Rambam writes avodah zarah, and Mishnah Berurah brings down even chil Shabbos, which is like avodah zarah, but it's only mentioned on these aveiras. What happened to other aveiras? So if Steinman says a chiddush, the answer to the kasha, what's Nesias Kapayim different than avodah, and he explains the mitzvah is the avodah. The way the avodah is done is with your hands. However, by Nesias Kapayim, the chefetz of the mitzvah, the chefetz of the avodah is with the actual hands. So therefore, since someone killed with his hands, there's halacha of ein katega nasa sanega. So in this sugya, as machlokes Rishonim, the Beis Yosef brings from the Rav Yah and others that it's only somebody that was melumid to kill and it's oimid ba'aveira, then he can't be Nesias Kapov. However, the Rambam says even somebody killed once, and even if he did b'shoigeg, and even if he did tshuva, he still can't be Nesias Kapov. There's Mechaber, the Ramah brings to pshatim if tshuva helps or not. And then the Rambam continues that if someone did avodah zarah, even by oinus he can't be Nesias Kapov. By killing, he says only b'shogig. By avodah zarah, he says even by oinus. The Chaim discuss why is it that even somebody that did tshuva can't be Nesias Kapov. L'chayra tshuva is oika all the chatoim as if he didn't sin. So the Bach and the Pri Chodesh is mashma that's not because he has an aveira still of killing, it's because the etzem chefza of the fact that there was a ma'isa hariga that apostles him not because he has an Aveira anymore. The Gvuras Yitzchak says that will be only by Tshuva Miyira, but Tshuva Mi'ava, the Aveira becomes his chus, then you wouldn't even have the halacha that Yedechem Dam Molek. There's another big discussion over here. The Rambam says that even somebody that did Avodah Zorah, but Oynis, he cannot be Noisa Kapov. And you have to know why is it different than killing, that's only B'shoigeg. Base of Engel and base of Oitzer, Akasha, that the this is totally in what the Hagdara of a Oynis is. The Chem de Shloima and B'chanan say, when someone does an Aveir B'Oynis, he doesn't get an Oynish, it's because it's not his action at all. However, the Biskurov is mashma, it is his action, but he just doesn't get a punishment for it. So Yosef Engel asks that if it's not his action at all, then how could it be that he can't be Noisa Kapov? It's not his Aveira, he didn't do anything. To answer this kasha, there's a chiddush from the Sefer Shiur in Talmud that says that you have to understand, according to this chiddush of the Chem de Shloima and Rabbi Chanan, that Aveir B'Oynis is not a Maisa Aveir B'chlal. So how could it be that Allah is Yarog V'al Yavor? That means if someone forces someone to do an Aveira, to kill someone, to do a Maisa of Gilei Arayos, he has to let himself get killed and not do the Aveira. How could it be? If someone's holding by killing you to do the Aveira, that by definition is a Oynis. And if a Oynis is as if you didn't do it, so you didn't do anything. So how could it be that that's Mechayiv to Yarog Al Yavar? So some people say that's als Kiddush Hashem. But he explains that you see from here that Geder, even according to this Mahalach of the Achronim, is not that it's totally not an Aveira. It's that in every Maisa there's two different parts. There's a Maisa mitzad, the Chefetz of the Maisa, of what happened, and then there's a whole different part of the Maisa, is if the person is a doer. Did the person do the Maisa? So he said that the Achronim say that a Maisa Ba'oynis is not a Maisa, it's only Klapid Asiyas Hagavra. Did he do? No, he did not do. But is there a Maisa here? There is a Maisa here. So mitzad that there is a Chefetz of a Maisa, that's enough to make it Yarog V'al Yavar. So according to that, it's very understandable that since there is a Chefetz of a Maisa, even though Klapi the Gavra, he didn't do it, that's enough to make it that he cannot be Noises Kapov.